Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Shearer Smokes. And first of all, I'd like to thank you all for your very kind comments on my last video concerning the views. And you know, I've lived in this part of the world for most of my life. Spent a few years down south and in Glasgow and Edinburgh. And it's not till you come back here, back home, that you truly appreciate what's on your doorstep. That spot I was in my last video is honestly, it's about a 20-minute walk from my front door, and I think on that day I was lucky if I bumped into two other people on the hill, and it's just an amazing spot, such a short distance from home, to be in the middle of nowhere really. And normally when I do a video I'll finish what's in my bowl and then head off home, but on that particular morning I actually stayed and had another one. The breeze was picking up slightly, you might have heard that in the background, but the sun came out, and yeah, it was a truly nice morning, and so a couple of hours were spent and really much enjoyed. So today I'm actually on the other side of the Glen, so the hill that I was on is over here to my left, and I'm on the Glen side now, right beside the burn. Now I've had quite a bit of rain, as I said in the last video, so the burn's flowing quite hard, so hopefully it's not causing too much of a distraction. Yeah, so that day on the hill, as I said, the weather was fantastic, and would you believe 2 days later I was doing a sleepover at work, and at 6:30 when I started, this is what I woke up to. So quite a heavy snowfall through the night, and the back end of the property looks onto the railway line that runs from Falkirk through to Pullman and then onwards. And there's woodland just at the other side of the rail track, and I was able to catch a young deer that was out foraging. So nice to see a little bit of local wildlife. But today the snow is slowly disappearing, thankfully, as I've got a day out in Edinburgh tomorrow. So looking forward to that, so I'm hoping it doesn't cause any disruptions. But yeah, the snow is slowly disappearing, as I say. The ice is still around, it's still quite chilly. And with that in mind, I've gone for a little winter warmer in the old bowl. First of all, the pipe I'm using is my Chacom, and I think this is one of the second or third pipe that I got, and I got this from a friend of mine, and I just love that shading on the bowl. It's that kind of blue marble effect, and it smokes really well. And in the bowl, as I said, I've gone for a bit of a winter warmer, so I've gone for the classic S&G Bothy Flake. Really nice smoke, and as I said, I'm running out of it slowly, but I do have one little piece of flake that I can show you, and that is what I'm smoking today. And yeah, it has that nice campfire flavour going on that I really enjoy, especially outdoors, and yeah, seems to be a quite nice easy burn as well. And pairing up nicely with the old hot chocolate. Cheers. Now, in that last video I mentioned the oyster and whisky tasting, and as again, thoroughly recommend if you ever get the chance to do it. Now, a few nights later, my good friend Carnegie came to see me, and we've been pals since primary school, and we have a tradition that as soon as we can into the new year we always get together and have a New Year's smoke, and we usually try to do it within the first week. And so he came over to my place, and we had a nice couple of cigars, and he always brings a nice drop of whisky for me to try. And one of the ones that he brought was a Bowmore 18-year-old, and it was the Aston Martin series. Quite a peaty smoke again, and on first trying it, I found it a little bit too strong for me on the peat side of things. But Shearer said, look, try it with a cigar, and you'll notice the change in flavour. The cigar I was smoking at the time was a Diplo, and it was amazing. The smokiness of the cigar seemed to cut right through the whisky, and it seemed to expand that flavour of that peatiness. And yeah, the both of them just worked really, really well together. So definitely one to try if you're into your cigars. A nice peaty malt seems to work wonders with it. So yeah, so give that a try. Yeah, so I'm off to Edinburgh tomorrow, and the reason for the visit is it's my daughter's birthday, my youngest daughter. She's going to be 23. Slightly early because her birthday is actually next week, but because of uni and my shifts, we're having to do slightly earlier. But looking forward to it nonetheless. I love my visits to Edinburgh. It's a really interesting city, full of history and a great mix of the cosmopolitan too. So hopefully I'll get some good shots whilst in the city, and I can share them with you on my next video. Hopefully find a spot for a nice cigar, possibly in Road Street, I think, which is quite famous for its pubs. So yeah, so look forward to that tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'm just going to hang out here for a little while. I think it's nice and quiet, apart from the raging burn. But yeah, it's a nice afternoon. It's late afternoon, so the light will be dimming soon. But it's a great light for photography, so I'm going to grab a few shots as well. So until the next time, thanks again for taking the time to watch these videos. And as always, my name's Shearer. Enjoy your smokes.